So let me start off by saying, first of all, I'm not doing this for no in particular reason. Well, I guess my reasoning is a lot of newcomers coming to the game need to be schooled like I was. But I realize that people are got that mentality of, man, if I help them, it's gonna take work out my out my off my plate, bruh. Stop it. It's 35,000 on some of these. Well, every single load board it will minimum 35,000 loads a day, and they are. I mean, millions of shortage. I mean, millions of people, truckers short uh, uh, of getting people. Like they don't have any truckers. Um, this message I'm just gonna do a few of them. This message is for the newcomers. Newcomers, let me get straight to it. Stop accepting anything for these loads. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I learned that. Well, I didn't have to learn that too much because I've been in the sales business for 23 years. I am 40 years old. Not that that really matters, but I know sometimes people look away. Look how young you are. You probably wet behind the ears. It doesn't make a difference if I was 18 or whatever. If I'm getting money, I'm getting money. That's neither here nor there. But newcomers, stop accepting anything. Value yourself. You got to do the main components of your business. You have to be a good steward of your business. You have to know fuel costs, the lanes that you're running. How much does it cost to get from uh, near to far? How much does that cost? You need to know your weights. You need to know your dimensions and your lengths. Don't allow these guys to jock you around and say, "Oh, it's nothing but a little LTL." When they tell me stuff like that, you know what I do? I tell them immediately, like, yeah, I get it, but weight is weight. At the end of the day, every pound you put on me costs me gas. You in this business, I'm not telling you nothing that you don't know, but to insult me, I don't say all that, but to insult me with saying, hey, I'm sure y'all see it on these low boards. Hey, go coast to coast for $1,000. Well, hell, if you going from Cali or Cali to Florida or Florida to Cali, you know right off, especially if you're coming from Florida going west, you already know it's $1,000 job. $1,000 in just gas. It's crazy that these guys are taking these 1,400, $1,500 loads, and their justification in their head as newcomers is, oh, I already got a couple loads anyway. You're not making any money because essentially you're doing the load for free. Secondly, it's killing you on gas even more because of the weight. Um, Guys, again, you got to take in consideration your fuel. You got to take in consideration your weight, your length, um, your time, tarping and things like that. But the biggest thing that I found when I started as a newcomer was people didn't know what they were talking about. I found this out, especially, and it's nothing to us, our CDL people. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of CDL people don't know this particular business as well as others do. And I'll tell you why. Nothing against them again, so I don't get offended and get all in your feelings and get all emotional. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Nah, I do. I had to learn really quick. CDL people are the worst people to talk to, and I'll tell you why. Because they don't have to care about, and that's a good thing for them. They don't have to care about like things like Hotshots. We have to care about weight restrictions. We already know as Hotshotters we can't be over 26,000 pounds. Talking to a CDL person, um, I talked to about 20 of them, and none of them could tell me, that oh man, just get a dually. I realized quickly too with that is dually is a lifestyle. That's a lifestyle. CDL people don't have to worry about things like length and weights and things like that because they're not bound by that. We are 26,000 pounds is what we got. Period. That's it. That's all. People with dualies, again, typically a lot of them have CDLs. When I was talking to them, nobody could tell me a real good answer about axle weights and things of this and what equals up to 26,000 pounds and this, that, and the third. First of all, if you got a dually, why would you kill yourself like that? Why? Most dualies, if not all, start at 14,000 pounds. Let me school you really quick, especially the new ones. I don't know about the older ones, but I know for a fact your SRW 250, your SRW 350, and your DRW 350 all run a 6.7 turbo diesel. All of them got the same engine. Just for the people who don't know what those mean, single rear wheel is SRW, and then DRW is dual rear wheel. That's what that stands for. I don't want to insult anybody, but a lot of things that I didn't know, I'm just throwing out there for folks that maybe knew or didn't not know. But nevertheless, they all run the same thing. The difference between the dually is a little bit more stability, and that's really in reference more to mobile homes carrying things that kind of bulk out heavily. For the most part, we don't do things like that. We got them in the circumference of the trailer. So that really doesn't mean anything to you. Dually is a lifestyle. Talking to a dually person, oh man, get a dually. Dually is where you got to be at. Nah. They all carry the same thing. Again, the other thing, stability, and they got a little bit more load weight that they can put on them. I think it's some, if I'm not mistaken, the Ford dealership, I had to really do my due diligence because I was like, man, I can't be over 26. What can I do? I want to be the longest I can be, the lightest that I can be, and carry the most weight. And they told me, yeah, all of them got the same exact tow capacity. Weight. I'm sorry, my apology. Power as far as engine, torque is 1100. At least on the newer Fords, 1100 pounds of torque to the rear wheel. So you're getting plenty of power. So again, if I were you, I'd be getting a single rear wheel, not a dually, a 250, or if you got to have a 350. A 350. I think the 350 straight, again, got a little bit more load capacity, some hundreds of pounds. It's not gonna change your life. I promise you it ain't. And if it is, it ain't gonna change your life. It ain't. I promise you it ain't. But for a couple extra 100 pounds and then paying $20,000-$30,000, why would you shoot yourself like that? But the biggest caveat and con to that is, why would you go and put yourself at 14,000 pounds when the single rear wheel 350 and the 250 weigh 10,000, 95 to 10,000 pounds. Now, granted, I just bought a 2020, and I hate they snuck in 800 pounds. I don't know where they came from. It looked the same to me, but the new 2020 F250s is 10.8. That's what they rated at, 10.8. So right off the bat, I know I'm well under my 26,000 with, of course, with my trailer and so on and so forth loaded. You have to be a good steward of what you're doing, guys. Stop accepting these lows that these brokers are giving you. These brokers, I don't care what nobody telling you. I see it all day and I hear it all day. They're making in excess of 30 to 40% additional. And they throwing us a bone. We run this industry right now. Sorry, you might get mad, but that's what it is. Why I'm gonna pay you more money when I can give it to these guys for less money, and it's still good money. But the problem is these brokers have gotten cocky, they've gotten greedy, and that what they're doing is they're taking advantage of these newcomers that's coming in the game. Oh man, it's a little LTL running coast to coast for $1,400. I'm giving you the side eye. When you know you've been in this business, you know it costs $1,000 to go anywhere coast to coast. Just the fact that the mental stress that and the physical stress that it put on your body, I'm not doing nothing for them $1,400. The other last thing is, I would say this before I get off, man. Stop killing yourself with these and staying like dead on to these these dollars per miles or whatever you charging per mile or $1 a mile or whatever you're getting. Kill these boys and have your rates figured into a flat rate. If they tell you 1,000, let's throw in a number out there. Do the load for 25. Well, of course, know your mileage. I don't want to say that, but don't get so stuck on, hey, well, I gotta. No, I mean, if it makes sense, it makes sense. Bottom line is, if it makes sense, it makes sense. I won't do nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I won't do nothing for less than $2,000. If you catch me on a bad day, I'm really not putting anything on my truck for less than $1,500. Nothing. And that's if I got other loads. But I'm not just gonna run a load for you for free, because that's essentially what these guys asking you. Ask yourself this: if you go to an airlines and it's 400 people on this plane, and they all paid $500, and you come and say, well, I think we going all the same way. Can I pay $250? You know what the airline's gonna tell you? Hell no, sir. You could pay $500, or you could pay more. You have to understand that, just like they have to understand that. We got bills, we got families. And if you don't understand what your bill count is versus what you're making on these loads, you're killing yourself. It means you're running all the time. I run for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. Usually not 3 weeks though, but 2.5, 2 weeks, and then I'm off for 2 weeks. That's just me. I got a family. I love my family, and I'm coming to see them. I'm not gonna be gone for 2 and 3 months because I gotta run because I'm bidding my loads bad, and then I'm blaming the broker. I blame the broker for one thing, for trying to jack us and screw us for our money when you're sitting at the house judging when we supposed to be there, calling all damn day and doing all kind of weirdo stuff, and we got the wear and tear on our bodies and our vehicles, and everything else that come along with driving. You don't get paid till we deliver. Brokers don't get paid. Dispatchers don't get paid. When you understand the power, I'm not saying be a jerk, be very professional in what you're doing, but understand that we hold the keys to the car. You don't get paid till we get there. Make people pay you. Make them pay you fair. All men and women need to make money. The brokers need to make money. Dispatchers need to make money. But it's no damn way I'm going to be comfortable with you making more than I'm making, and I'm doing the work, and you sitting back collecting a check and then talking some type of way. With that being said, man, follow the golden rules. Again, gas, knowing the lane, dimension, length, and weight. Boom. Anybody tell you you're going to fail because of this, that, and the third, man, don't listen to that. You're going to fail if you're not a good steward of your business. That's what you're going to fail at. Now, you have to be comfortable with the amount of money you making, but these guys running around talking about you going to fail if you don't do this, and they want clicks. I could care less whether you click on me or not. You might not even listen to this message, but again, you'll fail if you don't know your business. If you're stupid enough to sit there and run a business and you don't know what you're getting paid or why you're making these random pull out of the air prices, then you're shooting yourself. You will fail. But I'm not going to say if you don't do this and I mean, if you're working hard, you're going to make it. If you're working hard, you're going to make it. You're not going to fail. None of us should be failing when they need us to do stuff. Come on, man, get out here and do better at being a steward of your business, because it's hurting everybody when you call in taking $500 loads that normally should be running for $1,500 because you just trying to get a load. Make them wait. Make them pay, because then the next man or woman that call, they can't jack them around like, man, these guys really know the lanes. And if you don't, you know what the best thing to do before I cut it? Fake it till you make it.